All right, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode with DCL Curations. Last time we talked a lot about the 3D or the Decentraland version of Ethermon. This time we're going to dig into the 2D version of Ethermon. So let's get into it. First off, you are probably wondering, do they overlap or anything like that? So, I mean, if you are leveling up a character in Decentraland, it is not going to translate to you leveling up that character here in the 2D battle ladders. And if we actually go to the token section on ethermon.io, it will tell you kind of how it all works. So it's not for nothing, right? Leveling in the 2D game and leveling in the 3D game and playing both will earn you rewards. There's prizes on the battle ladders and 2D. You still get marks that can be used. You're leveling your mons, and there are different rewards in the 2D as well, and they all will kind of come together to create this overall ecosystem. But in case you didn't see my first video, first you're going to log in. You're going to do that using MetaMask. And then you're going to need to catch some on. So you go to the official store, and when you first do this, you will be given the option to verify your email. So you see, I only can catch a Snobbit or a Hambrisk, but you will, if it's your first time, have an option to verify your email and get 3 others, a Mintola, a Chiari, and an Omnom. But once that's done, you can then additionally catch Snobbit and Hambrisk for free. So if you wanted to do that, you can click on it. It pops up, you click Catch on Matic, and then you have to enter a name, but it's not going to cost you any ETH, any mana, any sort of gas fees whatsoever. So click Catch Now. It'll pop up in your MetaMask with a signature request. Sign it. It's going to initiate the catch, I guess, of the mon. And then that person will show up in your collection. I don't know if the transaction has gone through yet. Oh, yeah. Actually, it looks like it did. Level 1. But once you catch them, and it does take, a couple minutes, 5-10 minutes maybe, depending on how clogged the network is. But once you have mons, which you need at least 3, so getting, verifying your email will give you 3, and then catching a Snobbit and Hambrisk, you'll have 5, and you can catch an unlimited number of those right now. But once that's done, you're going to go over to the battle ladder. And they actually just added a new ladder, and they are planning on adding additional ladders. Apparently, this is like beginner, intermediate, and expert. And I guess I'm a beginner because I haven't played in these other 2 yet. But you'll go over here. You can click enter, and then once it pops up, this will be blank for you. So actually, let me go to a different ladder really quick that I haven't done before. I don't think I have anything in this. So this will be what it looks like. You will go to form a team, and when you're forming a team, you click on the attack button to fill, or the sword to fill your attack slots. And then you are not required to fill your defense slots. But if you were going to fill your defense slots, you click the defense button. And you can't have overlapping species, I believe is what it's called. So, for example, if I were to put a Snobbit in here, all of the other Snobbits get grayed out. Because you can't have more than one of the same type of mon on your team at a single time. And back to the whole defense thing. So the defense you don't have to have, but if you look at some of the notes that they have in their overviews, and that's accessible through guides and info, it'll pop up their guides and info. And then you can look at an overview of the mons. So types is going to show you what they are strong and weak against, and it will also show you the Gason, and that's what I was just going to get into. So if you were to include defending mons on your team, then they are going to be Gasons or Ancestors, and they both come with different benefits. So Gasons, there's only 17 of them, one for each species type, to increase defense stats of your Mon attackers. So they will be taking less damage. And then if you have Ancestors, which if we go to one of my Mons really quick, like a Hambrisk, and scroll down, you'll see its Ancestors here. And going back to the Ancestors, you can use them to increase the offensive stats of any of their descendants. So for the Hambrisk, for example, you have 3 Ancestors. If you were to have all 3 of these on your defending team, your Hambrisk is gonna be a savage. I don't have any of them, but that's okay. There we go. So the Gasons on the defending team give buffs to your to any Mon in that species or that type, I suppose, and then having Ancestors will give offensive benefits to your attackers or whatever the descendants you have on your team. But if we just go to the battle ladders now, you'll see there are rewards or prizes for the top slots, and these run for 1 week apiece. So at the beginning of each week, it'll start, you'll have 7 days, and you always start off at kind of like the same base level. And you'll see I have 250 ladder points, 250 ladder points. That's because that's just what you start off with, 250. And then if you were to lose a match, you're going to lose 10 ladder points. And if you were to win a match, you're going to gain 10 ladder points. So looking down here, it looks like I lost a lot of matches. Not great. That's okay. Because up here, we're doing a lot better. So up here, this is the beginner, intermediate, and expert level. I don't really understand why it's open for levels 1 to 60, 1 to 100. I guess once you get really into it, you can become strategic, and when you are, first ranking up, you can have a team of lower level Mons, something like that. I would probably just wreak havoc with the level 100 Mons that I have, like a lot of these people do. I don't have any level 100 Mons yet, but someday. But you enter into the battle ladder. You can see I already have a team formed. So Smeltall is actually the ancestor, I want to say, of Chiari, and then Pergast is the where is this? Where'd I go? Gasons. Well, that's not it. All right, we'll get back to that. So either way, I'm pretty sure that Smeltall is a ancestor and Pergast is a Gason. You know what? Now I just want to find out. 1 second. They're both Gasons. So we've got Smeltall here, and we have Pergast here. So I actually need Polynemo if I want to buff my Chiari, which Chiari needs some buffs. Not very strong. But if you don't have an on-chain Mon, you'll only generate 10 energy per 12-hour period. So your energy is going to reset twice a day. I believe it's 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. UTC. And it will cost you, well, I'll just run through an example. So first off, you form your team. All good to go. Click select opponent. It'll automatically bring up people that are like in your range to battle. And then what do I have? Chiari, Tiglu, Snobbit, 21, 24, 25. 21, 24, 25. Let's go with this person because I think it's going to be not too difficult. So you'll click battle. How many number of attacks? I honestly don't mess with this. I used to, but I really didn't see any difference in outcome. So I just always only do 1 attack. Each attack is going to cost 2 energy. And I have purchased an on-chain Mon, so I can get 20 maximum energy instead of just 10 maximum energy. So let's go ahead, attack now. Oh, my session expired, so we're actually going to refresh. Maybe I need to close out of that. Let's close out all of these. Oh, no. These are substantially more difficult. Not gonna see me win this one, I don't think. Maybe I would have a chance here. My Chiari's gonna get ruined. But I guess it's good to see people fail too. So, yep, brutal, absolutely brutal. So they'll play it out. Right now, you can't choose like different attacks, so it's all kind of baked into the level and the stats that your mons have compared to the other one, and then additionally your type difference. So if you are battling somebody that is of opposite type, or that you are strong against and they are weak against, then you're actually going to get a 30% bonus against them. So we lost my Chiari, but we won on Tie Glue and Snobbit, so we won overall. And you saw I got 10 points added to the bracket, and my rank just went up a little bit. So you can go through this, and when you are going through this, let's see. Tie Glue's pretty good against Snobbit, I think. We'll let this one play out. Brutal. Man, I swear, Chiari's terrible. Oh, gosh. Brutality. I really thought Tie Glue was going to be stronger against Snobbit. So I'm going to lose this one. But if you don't want to spend all your time wading through all of this, it's not very interactive. It's cool. You can, learn kind of which mons are best in which situations by watching it. But you can also just go ahead and... Ooh, here's a good one. An easy one. Click battle, attack, and then click end. And it simulates it all in the background. So you don't actually have to wait through all of that. Good on Chiari. Now I know Chiari can beat a substantially lower level Electro. But so as you go through that, you're going to be getting these, quests or achievements that you can claim. So I believe every day you can have 40 energy that is generated, and then you can see I already claimed these for today, but it's an additional 10 energy, which will give you an additional 5 attacks, basically. And throughout it, there is also going to be progress for you to mine marks, which are an in-game currency. And then when you first start off, when you win 25 battles and 100 battles, you will be getting mon rewards that are claimable. But it's just those. There's not, a claimable mon for 300 wins or 500 wins yet. Would be cool, though. I wish. And then, let's see. So, going back to the battle ladder, I think... Did I go up or down? I think I might have gone up. But it's a little bit tricky because, for example, this says level 1 to 30, right? And I've got a level 25, 24, 21. So my Snobbit is typically, very powerful and almost always wins. That is probably going to level up the quickest to level 30. And once it hits 31, he gets bumped out and can no longer participate in these matches. So then I would have to, go figure out who can I replace him with. And that's why on some of these other ladders, like if I scroll down here, for example, I just run stuff on the Matic ladder occasionally. I actually just removed this team, so it replaced it with some level 1s. But if I want to level new mons, this is where I would go, you know, one of the other ladders, and get them, you know, leveled up so that I could sub them into a match potentially. Oh, come on. We're the same level. Ridiculous. Let's see if we can win one of these. When you have all level 1s, it might take some time. Ahaha. Alright, now we're on a roll. Ooh, that's a neat looking mon. Can't win them all, I guess. None of these are good situations. Maybe this one? I don't have it down to an exact science yet. If it ever lags out like that, just refresh. I've found is the best way to do it. Still a level 1s, okay. Ah, alright, now we got some other level 1s in here. There we go. So now I'm ranked 481. Still nowhere close to being in the running for any of the prizes. But if we go to the gallery, when you're on their 2D website or the ethermon.io, you can actually look through all of the different species that there are. You can catch these or win them in various ways, one of them being through the adventure sites, but those aren't currently active. They are under construction, I suppose. So it's kind of just fun to look around. And then if you wanted to, you know, purchase, trade, sell mons, you can go to the marketplace right here, and you can even rent out your mons or rent from others. So if you really want to win a battle, and say one of your characters just leveled to level 31, you're in the beginner bracket, then you might, I've never done it, but you might come over here and rent one of these mons. And let's actually see. Well, this one's cheap. You get him to level 1. No, I don't want to rent it from the market. That's a great point. This guy looks cool, though. 6 hours. Does it tell me anything about them? What is that? Ooh. Alright, that looks like a bug there. So level 1. But yeah, you could rent. So you can catch at the official store. You can rent, sell, buy on the marketplace. You can battle in multiple different kinds of battle ladders during weekly competitions through the battle ladder section. And then the adventure sites will be released once they are updated shortly, but you can actually still view them through the gallery if you were to go over here to the adventure section, and you can kind of get a feel for what they are. So like different mons can only be caught on certain adventure sites, certain rewards can only be obtained on certain adventure sites, and then it also is limited to certain types or elements. Types, I'm going to go with types. So if you have a Firemon, for example, you would not be able to go to Naples. You would have to use one of these other types. I think it's, you know, electric, leaf. I'm going to stop there. But yeah, that's a quick overview on 2D, Ethermon, and battle ladders. So, till next time.